The C-League Obstacle Maze will welcome the 4 teams that did not qualify for the B-League qualifiers, the 4 teams that were relegated last season, and 4 new teams or returning teams in the case of the Green Geese. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. Not feeling in the best of condition today, so you have to excuse my commentary on this one, but C-League Obstacle Maze is ready to get underway. We're going to get started with Honk from the Green Geese, Antonatino from the Lattes, and Nimbus from the Sunrise Storm. And look at that move from Nimbus! Gets right by the Lattes, who nearly come to a stop. Antonatino has just enough willpower to keep going, only to be stuck again! The Lattes are not going to finish this course. The Green Geese and Sunrise Storm will. Look at this, so the Lattes start second in the gate. They get bumped by the Sunrise Storm, hit by them there, nearly come to a stop. You gotta admire the heart and persistence of Antonatino to keep on going even after getting stuck the first time. I'm sure the coach will love that, even though it will not be the result that they want. Toffee from the Caramel Crusaders, Phoenix, the captain of the Flaming Phoenixes, and Nuclear, the captain of Team Nuclear. Okay, have to excuse the little dust particle hanging on the camera. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so we got a even race, and therefore the Flaming Phoenixes take the lead. And here come the Caramel Crusaders, a new team. Can they get by? They do! Flaming Phoenixes bottle it at the end. And the Caramel Crusaders make a nice run in their first event. Flaming Phoenixes will move on, though, so that's good for their captain. Team Nuclear, one of the relegated teams from Season 3 C-League, will not be moving on. He's 3 of 4 now, with the captain of the Stardusts, Lemonade from the Leaping Lemons, and Oak, the reserve member of the Evergreen Warriors. This is the Stardust's first Marble Sports Games event. You may remember them from the Funnel Tournament. They've placed 4th and 5th in that so far, and they get hit there, and the Evergreen Warriors go from 3rd to 1st. And Oak is going to run away with this one. Stardust will cross in 2nd, and unfortunately the Leaping Lemons, a team that failed the qualifiers with their arch rivals, the Citron Sprinters, Leaping Lemons will not be going anywhere this event. Kind of looks like all 3 of those teams kind of bounced before hitting the wall at the end there. And here are the Octane Orbs, one of the new teams, the final new team that we'll be seeing. And they'll be debuting with the Citron Sprinters and the Gliding Goo Balls. And here we go. Of course, I was about to say no passing in that section, but the Sunrise Storm did that to the Latte, so I guess it's not out of the realm of possibility. Ooh, a bounce backwards for the Gliding Goo Balls. That's not good for them, and the Citron Sprinters demolished the field on this one. That was a great run from the Captain Citrus. 12:60. That is a very splendid time. The Octane Orbs in their debut event will be moving on. So all 4 of the debutants moving on. That was being the Stardust, Octane Orbs, Caramel Crusaders, and the Green Geese. Well, the Green Geese aren't exactly debutants. They've competed before, but they've come out of retirement. Stardust, Sunrise Storm, Caramel Crusaders, and the Citron Sprinters in the semifinals now. Stardust and Caramel Crusaders take it. There go the Stardust. They're leading by a fair amount now. Here come the Sunrise Storm behind them. They keep bouncing off the walls. The Stardust go from first to worst on one set of blocks, and they're not going to advance. It's the Caramel Crusaders and the Citron Sprinters. Sunrise Storm will come in 3rd after the Stardust bottled that. That's where they got the Sunrise Storm blocked them, and that knocked them to 4th. Phoenix, Octane, Oak, and Honk. And you may remember the Green Geese did compete before, but they do have a new lineup. The new captain, Billy, is a member from the previous squad, as is Ducky, but they did have a few new hires, including Honk, who is not out to a lead here. It's the Evergreen Warriors. The Flaming Phoenixes come out of nowhere. And they will take it, and I believe the Evergreen Warriors held on for 2nd, barely over the Octane Orbs. But yes, Oak, the reserve member, is going to the final, along with the captain of the Flaming Phoenixes. So, Octane and Honk's runs come to an end. And here we go. We've got Oak, Toffee, Phoenix, and Citrus, 2 captains, and the Caramel Crusaders and Evergreen Warriors. Of course, the Caramel Crusaders' first event. Can they win it? All 4 of these teams still with a shot for gold, but only 3 of them will now. With the 3 marble races, the Flaming Phoenixes stall. The Caramel Crusaders take it. And they're not going to give it up. Caramel Crusaders win gold. Citron Sprinters will hold on for the silver medal. And the Oak from the Evergreen Warriors will stall at the line with a 17-18 and take bronze. So I'm sure they are happy with that. They did not do that great in the C-League last year, so to get a medal early on here is going to be a huge morale boost. Best time of the day went to Citrus and the Citron Sprinters with a 12-60. That's still unbelievable. I don't think any of the other leagues even got that close. Citron Sprinters giving the top contenders a run for their money. But it's Toffee and the Caramel Crusaders on top of the podium today, above Citrus, and then Oak from the Evergreen Warriors, happy to earn Oak's first ever medal in bronze. So whoever, if you want to stay out of the bottom four will be relegated at the end of the C-League, and currently that's the Gliding Goo Ball, Team Nuclear, the Leaping Lemons, and the Lofties. Of course, it's just one event, anything could change. With 3 events to go in the C-League, who's gonna win it? Thank you for watching, stay tuned for more. Towering Inferno C-League welcomes us for the second event of Marvel Sports Games Season 4 C-League. I'm the Emperor, and we're going to get this event rolling. We saw this in the A and B League already, and our 12 C-League teams are raring to go. Hopefully, as we saw in the B League, there was less incidents, no major injuries, and that's what we're hoping for again here, with Goo, Hydra, and Lemonhead ready to kick us off. And this event is underway. Remember the goal, get down first and second to move on. Last place in the heat will be eliminated, and the Sunrise Storm's Hydra is stuck, and this match is over. Just for bragging rights already. And the Leaping Lemons, way off into the distance. They might finish. Look at that. Domination. Oh! One of the other marbles in the fence just rolling in the abyss down there. Have to have security or check on them, but Lemonhead and Goo will be moving on, knocking out Hydra. This is just a dominant run by Lemonhead. Look at this. Goo is still in the funnels there, and Lemonhead is going to cross the finish line as Goo is entering the Gravitrack section. That is domination right there. Swan, Fission, and Caramel, 1 captain, 1 member, 1 reserve. Caramel Crusaders, of course, won the first event and are looking to repeat their success here. And they're up into second in front of Swan from the Green Geese, and they go right off the side of the course. Not good for the Caramel Crusaders, and again, we have our match set. Green Geese are going to win this one by a mile. Not as dominant as the Leaping Lemons victory, but Team Nuclear does not have anything to challenge them. 21-83 to 23-46. And Caramel with the DNF. He just could not land in that catch tray, entering the big blue funnel, and that launched the Caramel Crusaders off the edge. 3 now. Gasoline, Ash, and Mandarin from the Octane Orbs, Flaming Phoenixes, and Citron Sprinters. Ooh, nearly disaster. That's where Kronos leapt down. That's why we have that barrier put up there now at the entrance, and it's the Flaming Phoenixes and Citron Sprinters dueling. Flaming Phoenixes are going to run away with this one, it looks like. The camera's going to pan over them. Ooh! Nearly get caught there, but a beautiful entry into the finale. And the Citron Sprinters will hold on for second, knocking out the Octane Orbs. But still, a 8.69. Good time from the Flaming Phoenixes. But with just by finishing the Octane Orbs, it guaranteed at least a couple points, because the other 2 that did not advance did not finish the track, so good on the Octane Orbs there. Final heat now, Macchiato, Pine, and Stargaze. And all these teams were in the funnel tournament last season. Lotteries and Evergreen Warriors, of course, coming from the C-League, and the Stargazers is entering the Marvel Sports Games from the funnel tournament. Speaking of funnels, Macchiato leaps out of that one. But the Evergreen Warriors, look at that, Pine is stuck in the maze. Stargaze is going to be the only finisher. It's a great entry into the final maze section. Crosses the lines, and even with the DNF, Macchiato is going to be moving on. Evergreen Warriors gets stuck in the wooden maze. Look at this, right out. joyride out there. And Stargazers have done pretty well in the final tournament. We got 4th and 5th in their 2 years. 5th out of 8 and 4th out of 16. Stargaze, of course, did not participate in that. Those would be Stardust, the reserve member Space Dust, and Showtime. Top 8 now, as we head to the semifinals with Macchiato, Fission, Goo, and Mandarin. Goo is the only captain in this one, and the Gliding Goo Balls move on. It's the Citron Splinters out in front, and they took a quick angle into that maze. They're going to get hung up a little in the entrance, but so does everybody else. Citron Splinters, they're going to bump the Lattes, and I think they should run away with this one. Lattes enter second, Gliding Goo Balls are in close pursuit. The Citron Splinters are going to run away with it. Look at the Gliding Goo Balls get hung up in the grab track. They're trying to gain on the Lattes and will not. Citron Splinters and Lattes moving on to the finale. And Gliding Goo Balls so close to making another spirited comeback, but they will not be able to this time. Their captain Goo gets knocked out in the semifinals, as does Team Nuclear's Fission. Look at that. Getting stuck right there in the grab track, almost coming back, but alas, not able to catch up to the Lattes representative. Swan, Lemonhead, Stargaze, and Ash. Again, a captain and a reserve. Both solid colored this time too. Solid colored uniform. Oh, the Flaming Phoenix! Look at that! Ash is off the track. Could not land in the funnel. And we're down to 3. 2 of these will make it. And it's Swan from the Green Geese leading the way. Ooh, almost going out of the grabber tracks there. Managing to hold on. Look at that sharp impact. Really can jar a marble entering the grabber track section. But it's not going to change these results. Swan and Lemonhead are moving on to the finale. Stargaze and the Stardust, so close. Not a great time though. I believe that Goo will get the better time. That will be a 5th place finish for the Gliding Goo Ball. Look at that bounding impact that you could have exiting that skyway. The fans buzz. 4 runners to go. And this is for the gold, the finale. A very solid colored finale there. You got 3 solid uniforms in the Lattes. But here we go with Lemonhead, Mandarin, Macchiato, and Swan. Who's gonna win it? It's the Leaping Lemons and Green Geese who are out to a lead. Citron Splinters well up in the top funnel. Oh, the Green Geese use the Leaping Lemons momentum to take the lead. There they go, followed by the Lattes. They're down into the grabber tracks. And the Green Geese are stuck. They take the lead. The Lattes are gonna run away with it. Macchiato. And look at this. Leaping Lemons are gonna barely fend off their rivals. What a finale. The Green Geese had it. Get stuck in the grabber track. Macchiato comes from nowhere to win the gold for the Lattes. And a really close finish between those 2 arch rivals, the Citron Splinters and the Leaping Lemons. And that, I believe, is the Lattes' first ever gold in the Marble Sports Games. Look at that, shadowing them step for step, roll for roll. Mandarin cannot get by Lemonhead. 1945, the final winning time for Macchiato, and the Lattes fans have got to be going crazy with that one. First gold in the Marble Sports Games, and they were in last place entering this event, so they're going to be thrilled with that. The Leaping Lemons were in 11th, the Citron Splinters, that's their 2nd medal, 2nd non-gold as well. So they have a silver and bronze, and with the Caramel Crusaders finishing well down the order, the Citron Splinters are taking the lead over the Caramel Crusaders. The Lattes jump 9, say 3rd place, excuse me. And down at the bottom is now the Octane Orb, Sunrise Storm, and Team Nuclear. Gliding Goo Balls just ahead of them. Remember, you want to stay out of the bottom 4 before the relegation. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Delicious. The C-League is halfway over, and to start the 3rd event of 4 here, we're going to be headed to the Heat Wave here in the Ring of Fire. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor, and we're just going to jump right into this one, starting off with Team Nuclear. They got 5th place in the Season 3 C-League. That was a relegated spot, well behind 4th place though, and they're going to lose one. The believe their captain Nuclear may have just jumped the gun there. It might have been Atomic, but a score of 20. Technically first place. Technically last place. Gliding Goo Balls look the better that they get a finisher. 29, the Gliding Goo Balls. That actually ties the Greenies exactly. What a strategy the Gliding Goo Balls have implemented. They go to Sunrise Storm now. They're going to get 3 in the 7th and a 1. That's better than Team Nuclear, but still not a great result nonetheless. The Evergreen Warriors, the final team that got relegated in the Season 3 C-League, and that is a paltry performance. That's even worse than Team Nuclear. Stardust from the final tournament looking to make a strong debut here in this C-League. Haven't gotten a medal yet. They're hoping for one here, and that's a good run. 3 7s and a 6, and that's 27 solid points, sliding them in to second place. The Green Geese, they retired at the end of Season 2, went to the funnel tournament for a little bit, and now they're back, and they're nearly going to finish. They're going to get one in the 8th, which is good. There's Captain Billy up there. 23, though, that 2 really hurt them. But still, top half provisionally. Caramel Crusaders up now. They're a new team with the inexperience showing. That was a pretty good run, so not too bad, I'd say. 3 7s and a 2. Octane Orbs, another new team, and they are going to get a 7 and 3 6s, and that moves them onto the provisional podium. They 2 medalists so far, hoping for none of these final 4 teams to beat them. The Lattes, the first one, have a stab at it, and they are going to go strong. 2 7s, 2 6s, and the Lattes have knocked the Octane Orbs off the podium, as I said that. Citron Sprinters up now. They've always been a good at team events, and that's going to be a great run! That's going to be a great run until... Hold on! They're going to get a finisher, but look at that, they're going to jar one of their own teammates out! Oh my goodness, they had it! The Citron Sprinters had it, and they're going to lose one! They're going to get a finisher, but that's not good enough. That's only, I believe, I'm going to say 5th place for the Citron Sprinters. The Flaming Phoenixes are going to bump them down. That's 4th place for them, and the Leaping Lemons, Citron Sprinters' rival, hoping to capitalize on their mistake. This is the final run. They're not going to. That's a good result for 4th place with 25. But this will not deny the Gliding Goo Balls from their first gold medal in the C-League. The Stardust pick up their first medal in the Marble Sports Games, albeit the C-League still a medal. And that's a silver, and the Lattes go back to back and get a bronze. Won gold last time out in the Towering Inferno, and now they get their second podium of the season. Now remember, you want to stay out of the bottom 4. To get the bottom 4 this season, you are relegated, so currently, that is the Octane Orb, the Evergreen Warriors, who dropped 5, the Sunrise Storm and Team Nuclear. And the top 2, the Lattes and Citron Sprinters, have clinched qualification, at the least, into the B-League qualifiers, and there's an extra incentive. The top 2 in this league are going to go directly to the B-League. They can avoid qualification. They go the straight shot through to the Season 5 B-League. And we'll see you next time at Event 10, Track and Field. And here we are for the final event of the Marble Sports Games Season 4 C-League Funnel Enduro. Tell everybody I'm the Emperor. We've seen this in the A-League and B-League now, and you should know the drill by now. Top half of each heat moves on to the final. We've got Lime, Helios, Crunch, Cappuccino, Atomic, and Ducky here for our first heat of 2, and away we go in the C-League finale. Got the 5 orange funnels up top. Speaking of orange, Sunrise Storm and Team Nuclear duking it out up top, although Sunrise Storm, pretty red, I'd say. Team Nuclear, though, they have plummeted out of the orange rather quickly as Helios holds the lead up top. Now he's joined by Cappuccino, the other captain. The 2 captains pulling their weight in this one, as Helios has the funnel up top all to themselves. Sunrise Storm, of course, competed in the first season of the... in the second season of the funnel tournament. Did rather okay. Not great, not terrible. They're going to look to better that performance in the next season, I'd say. And now the Green Geese, that's Ducky. The Green Geese also in the funnel tournament, as were the Lattes. At the top half, we're all in the funnel tournament. Caramel Crusaders, Team Nuclear, and the Citron Sprinters were not. So you're wondering, is that experience showing? Are those funnel teams getting the advantage here? And it's still the same three dominating up top. The Green Geese are starting to fall a little bit. They're duking it now with the Caramel Crusaders. As the two orange marbles dueling in the final funnel, there go the Green Geese. So the Caramel Crusaders have passed by them, and Lime from the Citron Sprinters is our first finisher. Team Nuclear, that is Atomic, looking ready to plop on in. And there will go Atomic. Can Crunch hold off Ducky? Ducky is in. So this will be Crunch moving on to the final. It looks like they're going to be dueling out with their rivals, the Lattes, as Cappuccino is going to be the fifth one to finish, so second place in the heat. Here comes Helios to round off our finishers. It's going to be a long time, it looks like. Helios, of course, competed with their teammate Hyperion in the final tournament. Both of them did well, although I believe Hyperion got a silver medal in race number 4. A little bit of a replay here. They're going to cut some of it out. Replays were a bit long, especially in the B-League, when, you know, Barry kind of had times over 2 minutes. This is where the Caramel Crusaders were still not doing great at this part. So they must have made their move, I wouldn't say, in that penultimate funnel. Helios, look at that, whole funnel lead at this point. Pretty good for the Glimmering God. Citron Sprinters, they did good in the off-season edition of Funnels back during Season 2, the 2018 tournament. That was Lime, but since then, Pulse. And Lime is going to get no higher than 9th in this one, and that's assuming every single marble doesn't advance, and the other heat does worse. Probably unlikely. You know, Caramel Crusaders Lattes, we're going to cut it there, it looks like. A nice action shot, though, between Caramel Crusaders Lattes and Green Geese. Heat 2 now. Ember, Goop, Patrol, Lemon Lime, Evergreen, and Starshine. Stardust and Evergreen Warriors competed. Oh, you got a logjam at the top. There goes Goop, a bit late out of the gate. No penalty, that was not Goop's fault. But Stardust and Evergreen Warriors competed in the funnel tournament as well, and Starshine's up top there now with the Flaming Phoenixes. That's Ember. Ember, ooh. Goop takes second now from Ember. Starshine. Only one left in the orange funnels, and I assume once they enter, we're going to get a pan over of these other ones. Look at all 5 of them dueling in that blue funnel. That was Goop, has gone from 2nd to 6th. Tremendous fall from grace for the Gliding Glue Balls representative. Octane Orbs and Flaming Phoenixes dueling in that entrance, and the Octane Orbs lose out. The Flaming Phoenixes are right on their tail. It's ironic, since the Flaming Phoenixes are the ones with have tails, I'd say. Evergreen Warriors down there now, they're not doing great. Stardust still holding the lead. That is Starshine, who got 3rd in the individual championship last season. Won a gold at Cricket Circuit, a silver the race before at Greeny Expressway to end out their season. And, oh, the Evergreen Warriors have gotten stuck. Evergreen is stuck. Where have I seen that one before? Oh, they got pushed. Alright, so the Evergreen Warriors are going again. And there's our first finisher, and it's the Octane Orbs, followed by the Gliding Goo Balls, and then the Flaming Phoenixes. Evergreen, oh, well, actually, hold on a sec. They're calling the Evergreen Warriors are calling over Maple, fellow teammate of Evergreen, and I think they're going to sub Evergreen in for the finale. Of course, we saw the incident with the Balls of Fire in the A-League, but that was already the finale. That Firestar didn't have anything else to go after that. But the Evergreen Warriors advanced, and I think Evergreen's going to get pulled out of this event. Starshine is going to win this heat by a whole funnel, about the same as what Helios did in their group. The Evergreen Warriors are not doing great. They must have recovered a little bit in order to get stuck with a couple marbles ahead of them. The Octane Orbs, Flaming Phoenixes. Both of those teams are on the bubble. A lot of these teams are. The Evergreen Warriors, Octane Orbs, Flaming Phoenixes, they're all on the bubble. Stardusts are a bit up there. They won a medal in the last event, as did the Gliding Goo Balls. The Stardust are 4th and the Gliding Goo Balls 3rd. The Leaping Lemons are also on the border, but they were farther up. And look at that's where Evergreen was stuck. They got pushed. Looks like when the Flaming Phoenixes entered, that got Evergreen going again. There's one. There's the Octane Orbs. There go Gliding Goo Balls, then the Flaming Phoenixes. I'd say the Gliding Goo Balls probably good, but the Octane Orbs and Flaming Phoenixes, they better watch out. Remember, the bottom 4 are stuck in the C-League for next season as well. Top 8, well, from 3rd to 8th, you go to the qualifiers. Top 2 are getting a free pass straight to the B-League this year. And there is Evergreen next to the other eliminated marbles. Look at Starshine's time, almost 2 minutes. Hey, look at this. Maple has been subbed in. They'll be competing with Crunch, Cappuccino, Starshine, Helios, and Lemon Lime for the gold here in the final event of the Season 4 C-League. And it's the Leaping Lemons down there. They're the first ones into the 3rd final. They're joined by Starshine, who is not having the same dominant run that we saw in the heats. There's Starshine, Leaping Lemons, and up top it's Helios, again holding the lead. He gets pushed in, and Crunch has taken it. Crunch now leading for the Caramel Crusaders. They're a new team this year, and they've already won a gold. They won a gold back in the obstacle maze. And there are now Maple and Helios making their presences known. Helios trying to stay out of that hole, but falls on in. And Crunch still holds the lead. Farther down below, their rivals, the Lattes, are in last. Good thing you want to see if you're a Caramel Crusaders fan, but Crunch is getting into another duel with Helios. They seem to be going at it as they near the center point of every funnel. And this time Maple is down there, and Helios is getting caught up with Maple, and is that gonna let Crunch get a huge lead? Leaping Lemons down there, they're circling with the Lattes. 3 L's if you count their names. And there goes Cappuccino. They are into the final funnel, followed by Lemon Lime. Starshine circling with Maple, and Crunch is still the only one in that funnel, but now they've lost out. And as the ground leveled a little bit, Maple's into the final funnel. There go the Stardust. Crunch and Helios for the lead. There go the Leaping Lemons. The Lattes trying to avoid a 5th place finish. And they do! Stardust! Go on in. And now the Lattes get pushed in for 4th. Maple holding on for 3rd. That's where they will finish. Helios versus Crunch again for the final time, and Helios will lose. Crunch! Then the Caramel Crusaders have won their 2nd gold medal. They won 50% of the golds this C-League. Congratulations to them. A lot of these teams have won double golds in one of the minor leagues. We got the Citron Sprinters in Season 1, the Cannonballs in Season 2. I think the Royal Raspberries might have last season. Regardless, congratulations to the Caramel Crusaders. We'll have to see. They were in 5th entering this event. Let's see where they're going to finish. Don't have the final results on hand. We'll have to see those in the closing ceremony. So this is going to be close, because the Sunrise Storm and Evergreen Warriors, they were in the relegation zone. Will that be enough to get them out? Other teams down there, the Octane Orbs, Flaming Phoenixes, the Team Nuclear, I didn't mention Team Nuclear. I am positive Team Nuclear is a relegated team. They're getting, I think, like 10th or 11th this event, and they were in dead last. Team Nuclear is not going anywhere this season. But we'll have to see what the other 3 teams are in the closing ceremony. Crunch. While it was close with Crunch and Helios, Crunch never really lost that lead. And the Caramel Crusaders, rather dominant. Funnel spinning edition, of course not as dominant as Barry's outstanding performance in the B-League. But still, congratulations to the Caramel Crusaders on winning gold. Congratulations to the Sunrise Storm on the silver. That's their first medal this C-League. And the Evergreen Warriors on the bronze. Cappuccino from the Lattes, their championship leaders, picking up a 4th. That's going to do wonders for them. They might be able to hold on and win this C-League. And the Stardust in 5th, respectable. And the Leaping Lemons in 6th. But it's Crunch on top of the podium above Helios. And then look at this, Evergreen and Maple going to share that podium. Each of them chipping in. Evergreen, of course, having to get bailed out from the injuries. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the closing ceremony.